New Muslim Congresswoman leaves people horrified at what she brought to victory celebration. Because everything with elections nowadays has to be historic, we now have 2 Muslim women added to the U.S. Congress. One of them, Democrat Palestinian-American Rashida Tlaib, instead of wrapping herself in the flag of the nation who elected her, decided to do so in another flag, and it's turning heads and making people ask how someone like this could have been elected to begin with. S.J. Peace. Proud Palestinian-American woman. Rashida Tlaib words on her Democratic primary win on her way to become the first Muslim Palestinian Congresswoman in the history of the United States. Michigan. A lot of my strength comes from being Palestinian. Here is more on this via the Gateway Pundit. Democrat Palestinian-American Rashida Tlaib was draped in a Palestinian flag as she celebrated her primary victory with supporters in August. On Tuesday night, Tlaib handily won with over 90% of the vote the general election for Michigan's 13th Congressional District seat vacated by John Conyers' resignation last December. Video taken of Tlaib's victory speech for the August 7 primary showed an emotional Tlaib being embraced by her Palestinian mother, Fatima El-Abed, who took the flag off her daughter and draped it on her own shoulders. No American flag was seen in video taken of Tlaib's speech. Tlaib is a member of Democrat Socialists of America. Tlaib proudly spoke of her relatives up before dawn in the West Bank watching on TV as their granddaughter was elected to Congress. The crowd responded with ululating. Tlaib said of her relatives, "I want them to know, as I uplift the families of the 13th Congressional District, I'll uplift them every single day being who I am as a proud Palestinian American, a woman Muslim. I want to thank you so much because for so many years they felt dehumanized, and I tell you as a Palestinian, I mean, a lot of my strength comes from being Palestinian. But I can tell you my mother's, like the compassion this woman has, that is in me. She smiles every single time as this woman doesn't even understand when people are being racist to her. Because she believes that people can be better, and she is an inspiration to me in so many ways." The New York Times reported on August 8. Ms. Tlaib, a former Michigan state legislator, Detroit native and daughter of Palestinian immigrants, was so cautious about celebrating her victory that she waited until every vote was counted and long after the Associated Press had called the race in her favor to begin her celebrations at almost 3 a.m. That meant the crowd had thinned significantly from the dozens who attended her earlier results watch party, but those who stayed until the early morning saw a special sight: a room of largely Arab American immigrants emotionally celebrating an American democracy that has, in their view, been hostile to their existence and identity. "A lot of my strength comes from being Palestinian," she said at one point. Ms. Tlaib's mother draped her in the Palestinian flag as she spoke. Rashida Tlaib. Trump halting aid closing the Palestinian aid office as reckless inhumane. Donald's move confirms his hatred of people that don't look like him. I hope future members of Congress will join me in denouncing this irresponsible act by Rashida Tlaib. Kamala Harris, I am one of your supporters donors. Hoping you are still part of the resistance to racism against all people. This picture says otherwise.